It's completely normal to see pretty much nude photos left and right. What is society putting out there? What is Instagram putting out there, okay? Just because you are wearing the tiniest lingerie or the tiniest swimsuit. Hello ladies, my name is Karina and welcome to my channel where I talk about power, women, and money. If you are a wonderful lady and you are that is looking to advance your life and just become a better version of yourself and learn how to get power and money and just be a better you, then this is the channel for you. I make topics in regards to all of that I mentioned. And today's topic is really going to be about the way we dress, and is that provocative, and what are we saying about ourselves? Because to be frankly honest, if you are trying to get to the next level of your life and if you are trying to be taken seriously, then yes, as much as we don't want to admit it, but the way we dress really influences the people that come into our lives, the events that come into our lives, and how people treat us. Now, I know that fashion trends have been evolving for years and pretty much every single year, and even paying attention to when I was growing up, what was in style, what people were wearing are completely and tremendously different than what they are wearing today. And I hate to be the one to say it, but it's honestly the blatant truth, and I think it's not going in the best direction as it is, especially for us females, okay? Females have a lot of feminine energy, okay? We can be sexy, we can be smart, we can be feminine, we can be powerful, and all of the above. But that does not necessarily mean that we have to be provocative in order to portray all those attributes. And unfortunately, I think that that is the direction that things are turning. And my personal belief is if we go towards that direction, it's just going to be progressing, and it's not really going to be helping us women as a whole, okay? So fashion trends definitely change. And I remember when I was in middle school or high school, the fashion sense was very different. When you are a young girl growing up, people were literally wearing very simple t-shirts or just fashionable things, but they would be cute, great clothing. And now looking back and looking at what people those ages are wearing, a lot of the times it's very, very mind-blowing, right? They're way too young to be wearing what they are wearing currently, okay? I'm not trying to be the dress code police or anything, but it is the honest truth. I do not believe that a young woman, especially before her teens or in her early teens, should be wearing the type of clothing that early teens are currently wearing today. And I think that translates further and further also into young adults and even older, because as females, okay, and the way society is evolving, we are conditioned to believe that the more skin we show, the more attractive we are, the more desired we are, and that is kind of our prime attribute to becoming a woman, something that we should show off, and something that is looked up at a good light. But let me personally tell you from experience and from just, this is pretty much a fact, ladies, okay? The way you portray yourself is going to be the exact type of energy that you are attracting back into your life. That's just how it works. That is simple. I talk about this in several of my videos. That's just the life philosophy I live by. The way you portray yourself is the type of people you're going to attract into your life, the type of events, the way that people treat you, the way you are perceived, and the way how people imagine your mindset. And being more provocative isn't necessarily going to give you more power. If you feel like you are being mistreated by people, if people are, you know, not taking you seriously, and I don't, unfortunately, that's just how it is. I know that a lot of people argue and they say, you know, that's their problem. They shouldn't be judging me based on how I look, based on how I'm dressed. People should be judging me based on my mind and my actions. And while that is true, the way we portray ourselves has a lot to do with how people will also portray us and treat us. So you really have to think, okay, you can argue that I want people to view me for my mind, for my ambition, for whatever I'm trying to accomplish, But truth of the matter is, people are judged based on their appearance, based on what they say, based on how they act. That's just how it is. And first impressions are everything. So if you really pay attention to yourself as well, you will realize that you also judge people in that way. And I'm not necessarily saying judging in a negative connotation, but I'm saying it's just what your mind is conditioned to do. You see someone and you make an instant snap judgment based on all of the data that your brain has been collecting for years, and that's just how it is. To a certain extent, it's not really something in our control. So you have to really think, what is the type of person I want to become? What is the type of reality that I'm trying to portray to other people? How do I want them to perceive me? What are my goals and my ambitions with this? And there is a time and place for everything, right? If you want to dress a certain way, that is not always applicable to a situation or an event, and maybe I'll make a video in more detail about that, but you just simply cannot wear certain articles of clothing to certain places. And I mean, that's just common sense, but I see this getting broken so many times, and to me, that's just it's a little off-putting, right? I mean, if you are in a certain location, you're not dressed for the event, that could make you not look in the best light possible, and of course that's not what we're trying to do. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you can be a sexy, attractive, feminine woman with all of your feminine energy, but you do not have to show more skin to do that. There is a way that you can be elegant and sexy and classy all at the same time without necessarily being provocative and showing everything that you have. And I know this video is not for everybody. People have their own opinions and their own dressing styles. This channel is not for everybody, and I know that several people have their own beliefs and opinions, but the truth of the matter is, if you look down the facts, if you look at people who are, you know, respected in industries, making big moves, you will just see that they are on a different mindset level. They portray themselves differently, and as harsh as that reality is, we have to be more open to it. We have to realize that, okay, what direction is society going into, and am I going to feed into that, or am I going to rise above that and realize that I have a lot of potential, and the way I portray myself is going to be directly proportional to my success and how other people see me. And you really have to be honest with yourself, because when people look at you, you have to ask yourself the question is, what type of person am I, and how do I want others to view me? Does the way I portray myself really show the type of character I want to be? Does it show the type of woman I want to be? And I'm not saying be a nun and cover up and bundle up. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I just want you to be a little bit more conscious of what is the media putting out there? What is society putting out there? What is Instagram putting out there, okay? Just because you are wearing the tiniest lingerie or the tiniest swimsuit, that doesn't mean you are more validated. That doesn't mean you're gonna get more positive attention. Yeah, you might get more attention, but is that really the type of attention that you want to get? Because, you know, at one argument, people are saying women are perceived in a certain way and they shouldn't be judged based on physical appearance, but then you have all of these women posting certain things and trying to see how far they can take it to get more attention simply based on their looks. And I just don't want you, wonderful lady, to be stuck in that closed-minded societal direction that this is going, that's the way that women are gonna get attention. Because honestly, that's where the trends are going right now, and I do not think that it is in favor of women at all. I think it really discredits the female population as a whole, and it really gives people the perception that that's how all females should be, and it's completely normal to see pretty much nude photos left and right, left and right. It's very, very normalized, and I think personally that our bodies, our mind, everything about us is very sacred. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, and I don't think we should be just showing it out there for everybody to see, because what did they do to deserve to see basically our most important, our most valuable assets right there on the open for literally every single person, right? The few people that do earn the right and the respect for you to show the best parts of yourself, they honestly should have earned it, right? You can't just be showing it off to everybody, because then what else do you have, right? If you show everything that you have right here, right now, then what else do you have to offer? right? You're literally just putting it all out there, and you can be, like I said, sexy and feminine and everything, and you want to have a bit of a mystique to you anyways. You don't want to be just, here I am, this is all you're gonna get, this is all out there. It's not a classy thing to do. It doesn't put you in the best light. And if you really want to take yourself to the next level, I really honestly disagree with this trend, and let me know what you think of it too in the comments. But don't forget to subscribe and like if you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in my next video.